An airliner with 126 people on board has crashed on the M1 motorway in Leicestershire.
Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustrations come beating on your door. I know that I'm a prisoner to all my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts, still to conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got.
She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where, as a child, I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, sweet love of mine. What I am is what I am, you what you are. Oh, I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Philosophy is a walk on the slippery rocks. Religion is a light in the fall. At night, when you turn off all the lights, there's no place that you can hide. No, the rhythm is gonna get you in bed. Throw the covers on your head. You pretend like you are dead, but I know it. The rhythm is gonna get you.
Desert Orchid is gonna win it. Desert Orchid has won the Gold Cup.
You got to show me a little. You got to give me a little. Yes, all I want is a little. What all I need is a little respect. What you want?
He can't survive this. He can't survive it. Terry Lawless is in with the towel. It must be all over.
Bruno is taken out of the fight.
Respect me.
Now, Nicola, you've come a long way in a short time. What's been the motivation?
Bread, Harry. Champion bread.
London. Single. Children. That's tantamount to a heckle, Daffy. You're in rubber.
Yes.
It's going to be an exciting evening.
Welcome to the Hit Factory in London. This is where a host of stars come every week to make their records. And for the last 3 years, a record from this building has been in the top 40 every single week.
Stock, Aitken and Waterman are the hottest producers in town. 6 #1 hits this year, 11 altogether. They've got Jason Donovan, Brother Beyond, Rick Astley, Sonia, Kylie Minogue. How do they do it?
If our songs lack depth, it's probably because we don't really get involved in political statements. We write pop songs for enjoyment.
There's a world of difference between our visions and ours.
There's my full textbook, and here's what I'm doing with my full textbook.
We have become a grandmother.
Shades, could I share your point of view? Could I make you feel better? Paint a picture, write a letter. Well, I know what you're saying, but I see the things you do, and it's much too dangerous to get closer to you.
Share of the vote, Labour on 40%, the Conservatives 5% behind, the worst Conservative vote this century and long before that too, the Greens coming from nowhere.
I'm going to take you straight back to Hillsborough, Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. Terrible scenes. John Motson.
The FA Cup semi-final has been suspended in the most serious fashion.
I just come on the pitch to do what I could do is helping people out on the boards from around the ground, and then just people just lying there.
They weren't even fighting. It was nothing to do with the fans. They were crushing each other. People were dying.
Whatever you do, don't try and grow old gracefully. It wouldn't suit you.
For the world, please hold your hand. The victim is so blind they cannot see. Witness for the world, please understand. When you add it all up, it's just the way it's meant to be. When you add it all up, it's just the way it's meant to be. Ooh, yeah.
they'll struggle to death, I think.
It's just the way it's meant to be. We are bound by each other's arms, passing through the great divide. With our dreams rocked on the other side, while we still have to go. In this for the world, please.
After hours of shooting and facing a line of troops, the crowd is still here. They're shouting, "Stop the killing and down with the government." A huge volley of shots just as I left the front line caused panic. The young man in front of me fell dead. I fell over him. 2 others were killed yards away.
We are bound by each other's arms, passing through the great divide. With our dreams on the other side.
Every step I take, you will be there. Every step I make, we'll be together. Every step I take, you will be there. Every step I make, we'll be together. Every step I take, every step I take, every step I we'll be together, girl. You should see me when you're not around. I'm a genius in this town.
Despite criticising Yeltsin in the past, Mr. Gorbachev may be happy to have him in the Supreme Soviet, playing the role of stalking horse for radical reform, while he himself maintains his image as a moderate.
Magic man disappear. Like an ancient Rome. Like the Dead Sea Scrolls. Everybody knows. Nah, 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 nah. Your history. My enemy. Your history. Nah, 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 nah.
We are struggling for the independence of our country, of Georgia.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them.
It's always a weatherman's ambition to have sunshine symbols all over the country in any one day.
front of the building.
Scientists have been intrigued by the appearance in Wiltshire and surrounding areas of mysterious circles in cornfields. No one knows how they're caused or what they mean.
I'm dissatisfied with the politics of our government in the GDR.
Everybody all around the world, stand up, humble brothers, joining our hands, united we're stronger, fighting for peace, caring about our loved ones, trusting ourselves, sharing our feelings. Believe me, if only I could, I'd make this world a better place. If only I could, I'd make this world a better place.
Is it the pain of the drinking or the suddenly sinking feeling? The car never seems to work. When it's late, your girlfriend's on a date, and the hero with her in your dream, and your sleep seem like you. Turn around, ask yourself. Turn around, ask yourself. Man, child, will you ever win? Man, child, look at the state you're in. Man, child, will you ever win? Man, child, look at the state you're in. Man, child, he will make you cry. Man, child, man, child, man, child, he's the apple of your eye.
At least 30 people died when a pleasure cruiser was hit by a dredger on the River Thames in the early hours of this morning. Among those missing are the cruiser's captain and a city banker who chartered the boat to celebrate his birthday. There are 89 known survivors.
Been in prison 15 years for something I didn't do, for something I didn't know anything about. Shut off the gas, shut off electricity. Don't expect services for 72 hours.
Britain's balance of trade deficit last month was one of the worst on record at almost £2 billion.
The Conservative Party never has been and never will be the party of devaluation.
In one of the most dramatic political developments of recent years, the Chancellor of the Exchequer today resigned his office and plunged the government of Margaret Thatcher into the deepest crisis she's faced since she became Prime Minister. In the minds of the East German people, this place will never be the same again.
The gates to the west were first opened just after 9 last night. What followed were some of the most remarkable scenes of euphoria and disbelief Europe has witnessed since the war, as East Berliners took advantage of their new freedom to cross the wall.
Standing on top of the Berlin Wall, which for years has been the most potent symbol of the division of Europe. And there can be few better illustrations of the changes which are sweeping across this continent than the party which is taking place here on top of it tonight.
I think we should face up to whether the Conservative Party wants to go into the next election under a leader who claims infallibility.
It had to be you. It had to be you.
Prime ministers have a lot of work to do. There's a great pile of it inside, and I think it would be better now if I left you and went to get on with it.
It was the moment of truth. After 24 years, the fiction that Nicolae Ceausescu was the beloved leader of his people was about to be destroyed for good. At first, things went smoothly enough. Then the unthinkable happened. The supposedly stage-managed crowd began to shout back.
I am very, very, very happy. It's my heart for liberty, peace.